Good morning. Today you join me in the forest of my local patch. Now it is 6:02 and I think sunrise is about 6:30. Can't remember, but I'll show you just here. Now my main purpose today is to try and photograph some of the roe deer rutting. Although I know it's a bit late in the season for the roe. They tend to be start of July to mid-August, and we are at the very end of August now. But I'm hoping to maybe try and catch some rutting anyway. And obviously anything else that's playing around in these woods. Maybe some fox, maybe some owls. It is a glorious, glorious sunrise today. I know it's very dark in the woods here still, but out there, it's absolutely beautiful. Well, I'm going to put you away for a bit, because I don't want to disrupt. Thought it was a fox. I don't want to disrupt the wildlife. Acorns dropping. Keeps making me jump. Okay, I'll put you away. Don't want to disrupt the wildlife any more than I already have for a minute. And I'll get you back out later. Well, I don't know if that came out in the video, but I've just spent the last kind of 10 minutes just watching this pipistrelle bat fly around. I mean, it may not have been a pipistrelle, but I think it was, just mainly because of its size. It was just flying over the edge of the field. And then a pigeon flew in. I think maybe it spooked it back into the woods. It wasn't bothered about me, because it got really close on a few occasions, within kind of 5-6 feet. It's quite amazing that when the light comes up, it seems to happen in the blink of an eye. Now the sky was a nice kind of orange, and everything was kind of silhouetted. And then all of a sudden, boom, it just seems to be daylight. I can hear the buzzard already. And as I'm in this big clearing, I might give it a few minutes and see if he comes across. I thought I might see some bunnies in this field. There's a few molehills as well. But I think we're unlikely to see them. Okay, let's keep on walking. I just caught a glimpse of the roe deer. Just on the edge of the field. But as I caught a glimpse of him, he was staring straight at me. Now the woods he ran off into is a woods I've been into before, where I've seen quite a few deer lays. So I'm going to assume that that's where they spent the night. I'm going to put you down a minute so I can see if I can get any closer. See if I can find them. Well, I know it's not the roe deer. It's the fallow deer that I found. And I managed to wedge myself in a tree. On the ground, not up in a tree. And this is a bit early for the rutting season for them. But it's still nice to see their activity this morning. But they've disappeared off into the woods now, so I'm going to keep on wandering. The woods here is so dry that every single footstep is creating a crunch. I'm finding it very hard to walk through this woodland with any type of stealth or quietness. So what I'm doing is I'm moving as quiet as I can, watching where I put my feet. And then I'm stopping for a bit and seeing if there's any kind of movement. And there was a woodpecker. I don't know if you picked it up on the microphone. This hazel so thick here, I couldn't see the tree the other side of it where the woodpecker was. And then I heard him fly away. Okay, let's keep on moving. There's a sound. I don't know if you can pick it up on the microphone, but it sounds like either the claws of a tree creeper working his way around the tree, or like a nuthatch, maybe. But I can hear it on this oak tree. It's quite distinctive. That tapping noise is too quiet to be. It's too quiet to be a woodpecker, and it's quite sporadic. Ah, there he is. It's a nuthatch. Okay, I want to see if I can film some. Yeah, it's 7:40. The sun's, quite fully out now. As you can see by how bright the image has got. It was awesome to see the nuthatch. I think it's the first time out of Scotland that I've seen them. I'm just going to sit for the next maybe half an hour. I've got a field to the east of me where the sun's come up, and that's where I've seen the roe deer a few times. I've got a busy woodland which is full of brambles and hawthorn and hazel, and the front edge of this is full of oaks, including a few dead ones. So you never know, I might get to see the green woodpecker also. I don't know if you can pick any of it up on the microphone. It's just so quiet in here. And it's just all the birdie noises. I mean, an hour ago, it was even noisier, which was just awesome. The sound of the forest coming alive in the first light of the day. And this is why I love first thing. It makes you feel like you're the only one left on the planet. Okay, let's have my coffee. Perfect. What kind of noise was that? It's not that I'm frowning. It's because without my glasses, I struggle to focus. But with my glasses on, I lose all my peripherals. And my binoculars and my camera is set to my eyes without glasses. I can hear the nuthatch again. I don't know what you can pick up on the microphone. Blackbirds. Blue tits. Definitely a squirrel. So much activity. Wobbing. Now the first bit of breeze is beginning to come in. Until now, the woods have been dead still. Okay, I'm going to have half an hour of me time. I can still hear the nuthatch. He sounds quite close. So I'll have a look and see if I can find him again. Yep, there he is. God, trying to hold this lens handheld without the tripod. It's a bit heavy for my tennis elbow. Hopefully, the stability control will help it. Oh my God, look, there we go. Not only did you get the nuthatch, you also get a great spotted woodpecker trying to take the food from him. Now, there's not something you see every day. But that was the strangest thing. I was looking for the nuthatch again, and I just happened to look around at the field that's opposite, which is where I'd seen the roe deer before. I'd been flicking around and keeping an eye on the field, and right at the far end of the field, from left to right, bolted best part of 30 of the roe deer. I mean, full speed. I was expecting to see maybe a pack of dogs or something chasing them, but I don't know what that was. That's just bizarre. So anyway, I've moved myself over to the ditch that's on the edge of the field, and I'm just going to settle here for a bit and see if they come back. I don't know if it's getting picked up on the microphone, but it's either the same pack of dogs or there's a couple. If there's one pack of dogs, then they're moving really quick. But it sounds like there's maybe a dozen or so dogs. So I'm going to assume that that is why the deer were bolting. So I doubt I'll be getting to see them today. But it has been an action-packed morning with the pipistrelle bat, the great spotted woodpecker, and the tree creeper. No, not the tree creeper, the nuthatch. And the other bird I keep seeing, which is why I'm just facing these woods at the minute, is I keep seeing a little wren, but they really do dart between the bushes. So I'm just trying to, by the time I get the camera back up and focused, he's moved. I do often catch them when I see them, so I shall sit and persevere for a bit longer. The time is getting on. It definitely has quietened down in the woods activity wise. The nuthatch has gone completely quiet. The woodpeckers that I could hear that were jumping around and making all the noise, and as we saw, tried to take the food off the nuthatch, that's gone quiet also. I keep hearing a donkey, but I think he's just making an ass of himself. Yeah, I know, sorry. Sometimes you just gotta lay down and look up into the trees. There's always a fair bit of activity in the pine trees. More often than not, higher up in the canopies with blue tits and coal tits. There's always a lot of chirping going on. And now that there's a bit of a breeze today, they're moving around in the wind, and the sound is lovely. And the light shining through them as they move is just as calming. So I'm just going to sit here and observe for a bit before I head back. Such an awesome stretch of woods. Behind me you can see it's just pine trees, nothing but pine trees. And if you look behind me now, other than a few ash trying to work their way through, it's pretty much oak trees. Pine, oak, two forests in one. Well, I'm going to head back now and see what I've got footage wise from today. Just going to have a little wander around the piney woods and head home. So if you've liked today's video, then give it a thumbs up, and if you don't subscribe and you'd like to, that would be great, all of which helps the channel grow. I hope you've enjoyed it, and all that leaves me to say is thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.